I wanted to ask about the rookie wide receivers. You go back a couple of months to the draft, and almost everyone had Marvin Harrison Jr. as one of the best prospects to come along in years. Malik Neighbors was right up there. A lot of people had him as the number one as well. Neighbors looks fantastic. Brian Thomas Jr. looks fantastic. The one guy from that top group that hasn't really looked the way we expected him to look is Marvin Harrison. What have you seen with his tape so far through 7 weeks?
Sam, you're not labeling him a bust yet, are you?
No, would never.
Okay. Let's kind of hold the horses here on this one. Just watching him, I just think the chemistry between him and Kyler Murray is not all in sync yet. Sometimes it looks forced. What I think Marvin Harrison Jr. needs to do is understand that the physicality at the catch point in this league, you have to go up and get the ball, because you are able to really, with your size and your athleticism, when you had 50-50 contested catches at the collegiate level, you're going to win most, if not all of those. Here, it's a little different story. So I think as he continues to grow and understand the speed of the game, he's going to be fine. I still think he has an opportunity to be something like a Larry Fitzgerald down the road for the Arizona Cardinals, but it's going to take some time, and it's taken him a little longer than you see the Malik Neighbors, even the Brian Thomas Jr.'s. But Brian Thomas Jr., everybody knew he can run the vertical route and stretch the field. I think he just needs to clean up some of the drops. But other than that, I think he's going to be special too.
We were watching Monday Night Football, and the commentary team of Louis Riddick and Dan Orlovsky, they were pleading with the Cardinals to get Marvin Harrison more involved in the game, dial up some manufactured targets for him, just feed him the football earlier in the game, because you need your star wide receiver to be engaged. And then late in the game, in that game-winning drive they fired the ball to him, he drops it, and they get bailed out by an illegal hit. Myself and Steve had a real disagreement about this, and it's very important that you agree with me. So do you think that if you have a young star wide receiver like Marvin Harrison, you should get that guy involved early to get him into the game, or you run the risk of by the time you get to the fourth quarter, the guy hasn't seen the ball in 3 hours?
It's like me sitting on the show waiting to come on for 3 hours. I thought I'd be involved a lot earlier.
Got to get you involved earlier.
Yeah. I do believe in getting the guy his touches early, because it gets him in a rhythm, it gets him in a flow. And I think, especially with a rookie, I remember, when we had Justin Jefferson his rookie year, he didn't even start the first 2 games. And then all of a sudden he starts making plays. And I just remember sitting in and listening to the offensive coordinators that I was with at the time. We need to get him in the flow of the game right away and get him lathered up so he can get going. But if you're just running routes and not getting the ball for 3 quarters, all of a sudden it's going to come your way in the fourth quarter. I think when you have a talent like Marvin Harrison Jr., you need to get him the ball early, whether it's a quick bubble screen or whatever way you go to manufacture some production for him, or at least get the ball in his hands and let him start running and getting hit in a little bit. He's going to be more productive during the game.
To be clear, for the record, that's an NFL general manager agreeing with me, not you.
Yeah, look what you did.
Why would you disagree with that, Steve? I don't understand that.
My point was, I would want to get the good receiver involved early because he's good. The point was, is he going to be worse in the fourth quarter if he doesn't?
Whoa.
Listen.
You saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. stinks?
No. Your point was, it doesn't matter if he never sees the ball. He's got to catch it in the fourth quarter, and if he can't, that's on him. It shouldn't make a difference if you don't throw him the ball.
The point was, the reason why you want to get him involved early. Sam's making the point that you get him involved early so that he's engaged and he's going to catch the ball in the fourth quarter. My point is, he's a good receiver. I want to get him involved early because he's a good receiver, and that's better for the team overall. And that if you don't get him involved early, that shouldn't affect his performance, 3 quarters later if he wasn't getting the ball early on. That was my point.
If he's your number one receiver, then shame on you if you're not getting him involved in the game early.
That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you both have good points.
Good job, Rick. Good job. That's good general managing, right? You're over here. Oh yeah, we're just gonna solve this problem by agreeing with everybody.
Yeah, Sam, you make a great point.
Yeah.
Steve, you make a great point.
Steve has
But
found.
I'm going to lean more and get the guy the ball in his hand
Yeah.
so he can get going earlier in the game. Maybe that'll help your offense because the offense didn't look in sync through most of the game.
To be clear, that's not really Steve's point. That's a point that he's claiming as
is my
roughly
point.
adjacent to the point he was making and trying to salvage some credit out of this.
We got a little bit of a crawdad guy, huh? Coming back on his original opinion. I used to have some of those guys sitting in the back room. I thought you said this. Not so fast.
That's not what I said. Yeah.
That's what everybody in Cleveland's doing right now. Everybody's coming out. I just don't want everybody to know I was against this Watson signing.
I didn't want him. Look there's the finger pointing.
Yeah, just so you know. Did you record all your meetings just so nobody can do that?
No, but you know what I did? I was a very copious note taker.
Minutes.
So
We got
as
the minutes.
people were talking, I would write the notes. One, it helped me focus on what people were saying, and it just registered in my head better. But two, I knew people end up speaking with forked tongue at times when they say one thing and it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
so
like Steve.
It was all documented, not recorded, but I documented everything everybody said in meetings.
Good thing you don't have the notes from our podcast the other night. You don't know exactly what I said, so you take my word for it.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of our video.
For more great content, click here to subscribe and here to watch another video. We'll see you again soon.